All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Straight up energy reading here. This is reading with me. And we're going to focus on one specific energy right now. And I wanted to focus on it because it's kind of useful. It's happening. It's peaking around the 10th-ish, Friday-ish, tomorrow-ish. It's the Chiron in Taurus having a sextile, right, with the North Node in its final couple of weeks in Pisces. So the North Node of Destiny sextile in Chiron. It's about, well, it's not one of those dark night of the soul things. I still think the DF side, which is most of you, will deal with it a lot better than the DM side, but it's easy for the DM side. It's like Sesame Street, Dark Night of the Soul. It's like if Big Bird went on a Dark Night of the Soul. It's almost effortless. It's about healing insecurities, right? Healing insecurities and fears, which is perfect for the DM side because their main karmic debt here in this soulmate cycle is a fear of being vulnerable. So that being said, the best way to do, I mean, they're not here to hear me say it, but the best way to deal with this energy is to get out in nature. I'm going to give you that advice, all right? So get out there. It just happens naturally if you're out there in nature. And if you can't, you're in the inner city, you're locked in a manhole, I don't know, pull a picture of nature up and lose yourself in that picture. Same type of thing. You get the same type of energy off of it, all right? Sometimes it's better, sometimes without the urine smell. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes sometimes outdoors can smell a little, well, manure sometimes, depending on where you live. Let's see where we go. Pre-shuffle here. Hangman, crossed by the 10 of Pentacles. This is perspective on your life. A new perspective on your life. Somebody else is getting one too. And it's something that's been weighing on them a long time with the 10 of Wands. This might be something that's been weighing on you a lot with the 10 of Wands. Again, I'm reading it both ways because it affects both of you. I just think the DF side will flow through this energy more effortlessly, right? Page of Cups and the 5 of Wands. I mean, I could say, well, why am I so reluctant? Somebody's trying to figure out why they're so afraid of that little duckling, right? Why are they so afraid of the Page of Cups, of being in the Page of Cups energy? Because it's not even about a King of Cups kind of energy. It's about being in the Page of Cups energy that freaks them out. Somebody's getting perspective on this. I think it happens rather organically. But I think it's also trippy. This is my Blair Witch Project horror movie version of the 10 of Wands. Sometimes I read it that way, right? Where you're going through the woods and you can just see a light off, but you're not sure what's going on. It's a bit of that. I think it's an easy journey for the DMs, but I think it's trippy a little bit, which is funny. Because the DFs have no trouble with this Page of Cups energy. They don't have any trouble with it at all. They're pros at Queen of Cups, for God's sake. All right, let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. So it's a nice energy. First card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? All right? It's a nice energy. It's best utilized out in nature, I will tell you. And if you can be around ducklings, that's probably a good idea. If you could be near a pond at a park where there's ducks, it's probably a good idea. I don't know why. I just think it is, just because of that little Page of Cups and the energy that was coming off of it. I don't know. Whatever. Feed the ducks. Right? There you go. Let's see where we go. Card before the cuts. Why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? The 3 of Wands. There's a lot of energies that have been stuck. And there's a lot of, I'll call it coincidental, but there's no coincidences. But it feels a little like the universe is trying to unstick some energies that have been stuck for a while. All right? Let's see what comes after the cut before I say what I was going to say about moving forward with you. Let's see. Yeah, Hierophant. Somebody's got to get over. They want to move forward with you. They want you in their life, but they're afraid of you. This energy will heal that fear. It will heal that fear. It'll do it almost automatically. All right. All they've got, they don't even have to go out in nature. Well, that would be best if they did. Slip a hint if you can. But all they have to do is allow their brain actually to go where it wants to go. A lot of times they shut it down. I'm not talking about thinking about feelings. I'm talking about allowing their brain, their thoughts, to just go where they go. Remember that 10 of Wands? I said I called it the Blair Witch Project card, the horror movie card. Allowing that to not being afraid, to just walk through the thickets. All right? It's a little bit of that. If you do end up at a duck pond, I encourage you to do some deep thinking while you're there. Some philosophical thinking. It'll happen naturally. All right? Let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's do a reading here. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. Whenever you find it, you are meant to find it. All right, let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at. We're going to pull a pyramid here on this one. There's a lot of feelings here, and a lot of thoughts, feelings and thoughts, and feelings and thoughts. And let's see where we go. Whoever this incoming energy is, all right, Ace of Wands is the overall energy. The top of the pyramid is how they feel about you. The middle is what they think about you. And the bottom of the pyramid is a potential outcome for you. I'll clarify everything through some universe cards at the end, right? And we're definitely going to extend this. We're going to clarify with the light seer, which has temperance here. Whoever this is, and I was going to say, I'll leave that there. This is a very protected connection. And I don't know why specifically. It might surprise you who this is. I don't know. The Ace of Pentacles. This is something. It can be a little freaky for you when something you've waited for a long time suddenly happens. A lot of times, if we wait a long time for something to happen, we forget what we were waiting for. This might be someone you've forgotten you were even waiting for some of you, or what specifically you were waiting for. Okay, so keep that in mind a little bit. It is very protected. Let's see where we go. Let's see what their feelings are here. Let's just get to it. All right. How do they feel about you? This might give me some clues here. The Star. Wow. The Three of Wands again, and the Two of Cups. That's very interesting. These are red, center, left, right, just so you know. So it's sort of an energy of somebody manifested a soulmate, and then they got the soulmate, but then they were afraid of what showed up. It was too much. It was too much. Sort of like you go to buy a car. You want one of those 500 horsepower Chargers, but you've never driven one before. You always just drove a Yaris, but you got the money, so you buy the big 500 horsepower Charger, and you get in it, and it scares the shit out of you. You're happy you've got it, but as soon as you pull out of the lot, you know it's too much. This is I don't even know what the hell to do. Oh my God, right? It's a bit of that, all right? This thing does in first gear what my Yaris does in fourth. You know, I mean, it's one of those kinds of things. So somebody here is still manifesting. Their manifesting is like stuck on. I think we have a conversation coming. I feel it with the Ace of Wands. What are they thinking? We'll come back to that when we clarify. It's very interesting. It's a good analogy, though. It works. The Ten of Cups, dreaming. Yeah, they're still manifesting. They're still, man, why is it, it's like you called somebody, you talked to them for a while, you thought you hung up, but the phone is still on. You turn to your friend Janelle, you start calling that person an asshole. Oh, that fucker. I can't believe they called me. They're hearing the whole thing. The universe is hearing everything. Their manifesting phone is still on. Okay, what else? What's here? Justice. In there, this energy will make you dream. It will do it. In their dreams, in their manifesting, here's the problem, I think. You guys are all already together. I think you're already together with this person in the 5D maybe, but it feels more like, because these came out in 3D energies, when they dream about it, everything goes well. And I think this is somebody, if you're trying to figure out who this is somebody who, when you connect with them, nothing ever goes well. Okay, it never really goes according to plan. And the problem is when they manifest it, or dream about it even, it always goes well. So the universe has actually given them what they've manifested by dreaming it going well, and it's given them a good connection. But they've reacted poorly to it. They're like a deer in the headlights stuck on shore with the Three of Wands. What's the potential final outcome for you? Red with 3 wands. It should be interesting. Yeah, it's the Hermit. It's what I told you before. When you find that duck pond to go to, I want you to do some philosophical thinking. I want you to... Well, it's a bit of thinking with your soul a little bit. You think about something, You see how it makes you feel. And then rather than process those feelings with your thoughts, you just allow yourself to feel whatever it is you feel. So you think about it, then you examine how that makes you feel, and then you allow the feelings to take it from there. That's the proper way to do it, right? Rather than, okay, now I'm going to think about these feelings. Oh God, no, your ego will you will, forget it. Five of Swords should have come out there if you're going to do it that way, all right? But what's this mean for you and this person? I've got two soulmates coming together. I got a very powerful connection here, but it's stuck on 3 wands. I think one or both of you need to figure out what you want to do. I think this is something you've waited for a very long time, and when it finally shows up, you forget why you were waiting for it on some level. You're going to have to figure that out. With all of your soul connection during this, I'd say it's about, I would say from today, it starts to kind of bleed in. The energy started to bleed in yesterday, but from today, right up through about the 15th or so, I would do some serious thinking about anybody you consider a soulmate or you feel is a soulmate about what you want from that connection, okay? So that you don't get jammed up, so that you're already ready to go when this energy shows up. And they might. I can't predict free will. It's a protected connection. It's not going anywhere. If nothing else, you'll pick up on the dreams. You may join them in some of these dreams. I don't know. I got to pull on the 3 wands. Let's clarify. Let's go with 3 wands here. Let's see where we go. I like that. I like the 3 of wands normally. It's a good card, right? It's the one just before the 4 of wands. It's your ships come in kind of energy. You're about to move in a new direction. And this one here, it's really, there's a lot of weirdness attached to it. There's too much. Somebody attached to you is thinking about too many things that can go wrong. Okay, I'm all for thinking about things that can go wrong, but you can't just focus on that. This energy, this beautiful energy, the North Node Sextile in Chiron, definitely alleviates some insecurities. All right. So it's very nice. It's kind of what I might categorize as a painkiller energy. A little bit. Numbs you a bit. Which can make you braver, of course, right? The Tower, crossing it. Yeah. I think for you, reading it with your final outcome, I'm right. I think this shows up very quickly. Make sure you know what to do. That's probably why you're getting this reading. 4 of Pentacles, it's been held back. Why is that here? The 2 of Swords. What's the bridge? And the Ace of Pentacles. It's saying the same thing, right? There's the Ace of Pentacles. It's all saying the same thing. This is an energy that's been held back on shore for so long. When you finally get on the boat, and nobody knows what to do. One person needs to know what to do here because somebody else doesn't. Somebody's losing their fear of approaching you. I get that. Sometimes you just got to say, what the fuck energy here. I believe it with the Tower. But one of you needs to know why. They don't know what the hell to do when they show up. All right? I mean, they want it, but they don't know what to do. All they've ever driven is a Yaris. You're 500 horsepower. It's different. Very different. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. Let's see where we go with the star. Let's see. Car analogies work because everybody knows what a car is. You don't have to know anything about cars to know a Yaris doesn't have 500 horsepower. There you go. Let's see where we're at here. The star. Tell me about it. Yeah, the 8 of Wands. They've manifested a conversation. Look, I don't even think they wanted to. They've manifested a conversation. It's there. It's in the air. You might already be talking in the 5D. You might be. You might be dreaming about this person. It is possible. All right. What's on top? The moon. Yeah. And why is that here? The 3 of Cups. Again, this is the biggest card of communication for me in the minor arcana. Bigger than this because this has a lot more emotion to it. A lot of passion here and forward movement. But the 3 of Cups is a flow of emotion. It's a lot. And you can see it, all the emotion right there with my Queen of Cups underwater. Somebody's got a lot of love for you, so the universe is giving it to them. It's giving them what they want. They feel it coming. They feel it's there. They feel the urge to talk to you. They feel very emotional. It's also putting down their fear. This is fear right here, but this can, as these feelings come in, it's like the Queen of Cups waking up. So yeah, I would say you got a conversation coming. Make sure you know what you want. I don't think they do. I don't think they have any idea. Two of Cups. Why is it here? Two soulmates coming together energy. I think deep down, whoever this person is, they feel a connection with you. I don't know that they say you're soulmates or anything like that. But I do think they feel a connection with you. I think. Let's see where we're at. Two of Cups. Why is it here? Tell me about the Two of Cups. Let's see where we go. The Five of Cups. Well, it's one of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle, but somebody can't get past something with you. What is that? What is that? Yeah, the Page of Wands. What's on top? Seven Pentacles. The Empress and the Bridge is the Fool. Again, normally, this person feels like no matter what they do, they can't win with you. Now, whether that's true or not is irrelevant. It's just the way I'm reading the energy. It's just the way it flows. So they want something different to happen, but they feel like it's the same thing every time. You have the same argument every time, or there's the same issue, or it starts out good and then it ends up over here the same way every time. Something's the same every time. This time they no longer have that fear. They don't have that fear that it's the same every time. Because my party girl is fueling this right here. Okay? So I think, again, I've got two soulmates coming together. The energy is just right for somebody's emotions are just right. And I can feel that here where the fears are being put down. I am very interested in your final outcome, yes, but I'm also interested in these dreams. Tell me about the Ten of Cups, because they've left their manifesting phone on. The universe is listening. But I also think in a simpler layer of energy, they're very Pollyanna about your connection. It always when they dream about you, daydream or whatever, it's a wonderful thing. It goes well. And I don't often say that about the DM side. A lot of times, now this could just be because of this alignment that's happening. Maybe that doesn't happen all the time. Because what's more common with the DMs in this cycle is to daydream about you. And in the daydream, it goes bad. You know, and I say that all the time. I say you'll start out, you have a wonderful little picnic together in a field, then it turns into a fight and it starts raining and ants attack. You know, it's crazy. In here, again, it seems to flow more smoothly, which is good, but there's a but. I don't know what it is yet. Let's see. Tell me about the Ten Cups. The King of Swords. It's my King of Truth. The environmental energy around it. Truth. Somebody's avoiding the truth. Yeah, so I'm right. Queen of Wands. Why is that here? Knight of Swords. What's the Bridge? Yeah, somebody's avoiding the truth in the dreams. Unfortunately, as a side effect of this healing energy, healing fear, healing whatever, somebody's avoiding anything negative that might happen, a topic that might come up that's negative. Again, it's a very Pollyanna sort of feel. All right? All right, I got to pull on Justice then. Tell me about Justice. Why is it here? It's crossed by the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. You make them feel, well, I said get out in nature, right? You are nature for this person. I know it sounds weird, but it is. It's kind of true in a way. You're the earthy grounding element for this person when they think about you. They use you as some sort of crutch in some capacity in their life. And I think that's happening here too. Very interesting. A lot of psychology here. Seven Cups. Yeah, and Victory. When they don't know what to do, it's sort of, I could simply read this, just Sesame Street it up and say, when they don't know what to do, they think what you would do, and that's what they do. Okay, you just got to catch my drift. Don't take me literally, although for some of you I'm being literal, but that's sort of what's going on here. You're this person's crutch. All right. I won't say they've put you on a pedestal. I think it's just this energy that's making them forget about anything bad that's ever happened, which means you might need to remember it. I'm not sure. Let's see where we go with the Hermit. All right. Wow, that's really interesting. What would Steve's viewer do? Right? They try to dream up what you might do in certain scenarios that you might find yourself in. It's very weird. I can't say this is a runner or an X. It might be. It might be. It could be a friend that idolizes you that you have a soul connection with, but it would be a pretty deep soul connection if the Hermit's showing up here. And you already showed up as the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. So, but I don't know. I can't say. There's too many people watching. Either way, catch my drift there. You'll get it one way or another. There's definitely some idolizing. This energy will make somebody who normally doesn't idolize you, right? Maybe it's your wit. Maybe it's something. You're going to win them over. So I could say someone who didn't want you before now wants you, right? You win them over in this energy, but you do it through nothing you've done. It's just the energy itself. I mean, let's get your final outcome. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me more than just sit by ducks, okay? The Nine of Cups. Wow. Yeah, I think you've wanted some sort of closer connection with this person, or you got something you want to say to them. I get it. It's been very frustrating for you. You've been wondering about this person. I wonder, Steve, what's going on? I think you may find out you had something backwards, because I'm noting the ass on the front here. You might be confused. You might find out you were confused about something, or you didn't know something, or you assumed something about, I don't know. There's a lot of healing. Anything that you were frustrated by or afraid of, I'm afraid their ass is on the front, Steve, right? Anything like that gets healed in this energy, and it gets healed very organically, very naturally. All right, what's on top? Wow. I mean, seriously, the Hierophant. I mean, wow. Why is that here? The Hermit. Look at this, right? What's the bridge? The Six of Swords. It's what I just said. This energy heals. Anything you were your final outcome. You were afraid about something with this person. You were afraid they were this. You're afraid they were that. I don't know, Steve. They might be a serial killer. I don't know. They seem weird the way they ran. But I feel a connection. But I don't know if this is right, Steve. I don't know. It gets easily alleviated. All right? It's beautiful. It's actually a really nice connection, provided you understand the spirituality of it and you understand where maybe you were afraid of some things. Okay? Keep in mind when this person shows up, if they show up, I can't control free will, but assuming they do, and it could be future influence for you, keep in mind how powerful this connection is. Somebody's got to control it, right? If your friend buys the 500 horsepower Charger and they don't know how to drive it, and you're sitting in the passenger seat going, we're going to die, and you do know how to drive it, you need to tell them to pull over and let you drive, right? So that's sort of what this is here. You're going to need to drive because they're not used to anything this powerful, but this energy is alleviating a lot of fears that they normally have about approaching you. So it works to your advantage, but it's a double-edged sword. But yeah, you've got some fears too, but they're mostly around frustration with this person. And sometimes when we do that, we get a little paranoid, we get a little worried, we start imagining things about a person and all that kind of stuff. Most of that gets easily alleviated once you calm the fuck down, or maybe talk to some ducks in a park, either or. Let's see. I like this connection. I'm not going to ask the universe what else it wants to tell you. I'm going to pull on this connection, 3 cards and a bottom card. All right, I want to get a little bit more on what this connection is, because you're showing up as big deal Empress, Queen of Pentacles. The connection's showing up as Hermit and Hierophant. It's showing up as the Hermit twice, the Hierophant twice. I mean, fuck, right? So let's pull on the connection. 3 cards and a bottom card from the original. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to do that. Look at that. And the Ace of Pentacles came back to the bottom. It just reset itself. I'm going to grab a fresh deck, the Witches. Randomly at the bottom is a Tower, which was crossing here from the Light Seer. So let's do it. Let's pull on this connection. 3 cards and a bottom card. It's a useful energy, North Node Sextile and Chiron. It's very useful. But it's also, again, a double-edged sword. On the DF side, you're going to have a lot of your fears alleviated about something. You're going to be very brave. Things start to go your way maybe a little bit. Something starts to get better. Some healing starts to happen. Sure, I get it. It's all very grounded. On the DM side, yeah, the fear goes away, but when that happens, things can get a little haphazard because they're still very ego-based. Let's be clear, they're not showing up as the Hermit. That was your final outcome. Okay, you're the Hermit Hierophant person. All right, let's be clear about that. All right, 3 cards and a bottom card, folks. Fucking hell. All right, let's see where we go. Tell me about this connection. Real quick. Real quick. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Well, you're about to find out. That's crossing the center card I'm going to pull. Judgment. Don't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot, that's for sure. Nine of Pentacles. And what's red with Judgment or Karma in this particular case here? Seven of Wands. What's underneath this? The Five of Pentacles. There's a shit ton. Can I just paraphrase? There's a shit ton you two don't know about each other, or about the connection, or about the inner way. And I don't care. Somebody's going to inevitably come to me. I think I know who this is, Steve. And we were together for many years. We had a lot of pillow talk. We know all kinds of things. But I get you. There's always something. There's a piece of information that you're going to get because of this transit. Might come to you through verbal communication or something you figure out while you're feeding ducks in a park. I don't know. But a piece of it, and it frees you from something, from some sort of karmic debt that's kept this connection at bay. Okay? It comes through a piece of information. What is the connection? All I can tell you with Judgment here, it is a powerful connection. It's probably a Hierophant and a High Priestess, or an Empress and an Emperor type connection, but you're the only one showing up as these high vibration things. So maybe this piece of information, which liberates you and frees up some karmic debt and allows the connection to come together, increases this person's energy flow. In other words, they get close enough so that you can get closer to them. You see what I'm saying? The healing flows through you with this particular connection. There's no doubt about that. I even get that off of this right here with the liberating Nine of Pentacles. That's your reading. Oh man. Okay. All right. And again, I want to point out, and it might show up in the extended, I don't know. But I want to point out there's no Devil or Seven of Swords here. There's no bullshit here. It's a very useful energy. All I've done is given you some tools on how to use it. All you got to do is worry about you. You can't control how they're going to use it. So you go feed some ducks. All right? And do what I said around that Hermit card. That's your reading. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. All right? I hope this reading was helpful. Good luck.